So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And already we're underway here. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now it's Obiang. Trippier promptly onto that, and that is that. Well, they could break here. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, this player, Gravenberg, is someone I can't decide whether he's a 6, an 8 or a 10, Peter. He basically plays all of those roles in every game, and of course he's the main connector between defence and midfield, but he'll be the one playing the majority of the team's progressive passes forward. He's also a really physical presence, and he must be a bit of a nightmare to play against, actually.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Vermeeren. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. Looking for options. Real chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
He won't be happy with that one. Quality ball. No, it's come to nothing. Red Star yet to have an attempt on goal. Ambitious ball here. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Mbappe! Not the most accurate pass. Oh, cracking shot at goal! Goal! Breda! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Can he finish? Oh, the ball's run loose here. Vermeeren really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Mbappe! Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he's picked out the run. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Vermeeren. Gravenberg. Shoots!
That's just playing it safe and simple. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Adeyemi. Oh, there's a probing ball. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Pinches it off him. And here's Keane. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Adeyemi. Mbappe. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Decent chance! They've done it! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Can he spark a counter here? Gravenberg. And here's Keane. Now that looks a decent ball. Thinks about the shot. Gravenberg gathers from the goal kick. And the half-time whistle goes. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. So it's back to business.
Red Star have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And it's made its way to him. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Oh, this is a great position. Gravenberg. And Vermeeren. Brilliantly cut out. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Some good persistent defending here. Red Star finding their passes.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
NAC Breda appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Badiashile gets his final warning.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
And it's Trippier. Gravenberg. And it's Trippier. And the shot! It's there! And the comeback is complete! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Red Star take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Obiang. Oh, look at the space here. Played into the box.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Oh, well played. Magassa. Mbappe. Now it's Keane. Lovely feet. Keane! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Changement. Le numéro 10.
Red Star with the corner, there
Le
first.
numéro 32. Attention, changement.
Oh, this looks sharp. Can he finish? It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
It's their second corner of the game. Keeper's dealt with that. And it's Gravenberch. Now it's tries a shot! And he hits the net! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Vermeeren. Magassa. Great defending, strong and determined. Passing. He's had a shot! Oh, brilliant from Keane! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And they are cruising away.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Changement. Le numéro 9. Le numéro
Red
7.
Star making
Le
another
numéro
change
15.
here. So now the difference is 3.
Le numéro
Well,
8.
their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Nicely aimed pass.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Great vision.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Magassa. Red Star have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Now there's a fight. Adeyemi! And he's gone direct here. Magassa spots it and intercepts. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He's shifting through the gears here. Ball is over the line. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Il y aura 4 minutes de temps
He's going to
additionnel.
be disappointed with that. 4 added minutes on the board. Passing is crisp and sharp.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Mbappe. The ball is loose and the chase is on. It's run loose, who's going to get there? So that's it, it is all over. Red Star have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Keane gleefully reminding us of what a superb day he's had at the office. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack.